where to go. It's the music that brings me to my feet. Yeah, there's no doubt that brings me to tears. 'Cause I find I can hide under the comfort of your wings. For you brings me to my knees. Brings me to my knees. Hey, sweet ocean, you're a friend of mine. I can feel you around me. The river meets my ride. And this old conscience, now it's never there, but I don't wanna know where I'd be if I didn't love, and I didn't care. It's the music that brings me to my feet. Yeah, the old dawn that brings me to tears. 'Cause I find I can hide to the comfort of your wings. For you brings me to my knees. Oh yeah. And I'm settled, never knowing. Though I can change with a shooting time. And by your feet I can find my soul is in hills. So to your words I'll abide. Yeah, I'll abide. Oh yeah. So hang on, good faith. We'll have our chance. When the time is right, I know you'll show me how to dance. Yes, sweet Savior, Lord, I'm in your hands. I'm just a fortunate one who's seeing through your plans. 'Cause it's the music that brings me to my feet. Yeah, an old love that brings me to tears. Alright, 'cause I find I can hide to the comfort of your wings. For you brings me to my knees. Yeah, for you brings me to my knees. Oh, for you, yeah, brings me to my knees. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Oh, yeah. All right. Thanks very much. Thank you. Hey, thanks so much. What a cool event. Very, very cool event. You know, the reality is, we can all contribute to this world. We contribute to this life, so what an amazing thing to help promote it. And, you know, it's funny, because I think it's all about perspective, right? Like, I think Michael just barely changed some perspectives, and I think we all have the opportunity to do that in this crazy world. So, speaking of perspective, actually, I'll tell you guys a quick story, and it's kind of on the topic of perspectives, but let's see if you agree with me. So, growing up when I was a little guy, my kindergarten years actually, I was about 5 or 6, and I went to a quote-unquote special school, so the kids all had, you know, physical challenges like myself. And it was the last day of school, and my parents tell me this story all the time, and it was the last day of school. And the teacher decided that it would be a really cool idea if we all sat in a circle and talked about our challenges, talked about the things that we had to deal with in life, and a little bit about our condition, just so we'd be comfortable talking to people about it, just in case somebody asked us. So, you know, sounds like a cool idea. So we all sat in a circle, and the teacher sat in the middle of the circle. So she went around the class, and she started with, let's say, Heather. And so the teacher would say, Heather, what do you have? What can you tell us? And Heather said, well, I have cerebral palsy, and, you know, this is what I know about it. And she would tell us. And the circle went around, and David was next. And David said, well, I have spina bifida. these are some of my challenges. And eventually, this crazy little circle got around to me, and the question was asked, Justin, what do you have? What can you tell us? And apparently I looked a little confused and a little perplexed. I didn't really know what was asking me, which, pretty basic question really, but I sat there kind of stunned for a few moments, and I took some time to think about it, and after a little while I said, well, I have asthma. This looks like a very, very smart audience. I clearly have, a little bit more than asthma. But see, at the time, I didn't really think much of it. I didn't really think much of my situation, and I'm not trying to belittle it or make it sound, not important. Of course it's important, but I guess even at a little small, tender age of 5 or 6, I didn't really see myself as really being all that unique or different, or I didn't really kind of understand what set me apart. And I gotta be honest, I still kind of don't see that. And see, my parents had this thing. They decided that very early on, they were going to teach me to shine a light on the things that I like to do, and the things that I was super passionate about, rather than the things that were, quote unquote, holding me back. They kind of figured, life itself would throw enough challenges in the way I didn't necessarily need to focus on all of them all the time. I wouldn't really get anywhere. So I really, really appreciated that perspective from my parents. And to this day, I kind of figured we all have our stuff, right? We're all carrying stuff. And it's with us every day. And we just keep going. We just keep fighting. We just keep moving on. In my case, you can kind of see some of the stuff that I got to deal with. It's, I'm sitting in it, basically. That's kind of the stuff that, I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But all of us have stuff that we're dealing with. I'm sure if I went around this room, I could go through each person and you guys could tell me something that's on your heart or on your mind, or something that you have to carry in life. So the difference is I'm just wearing mine on the outside, but we've all got it. And I think that kind of keeps it in perspective, keeps us all human. And we've all got something really special about us that sets us apart. But we also have these common threads that join us all together and make us one. So I'm really grateful for my parents for shining that little light on my situation. This is a song called Wish You Were. No, darling, I can't take your thirst away, but I can show you to the sea. And while you're walking on your path, said, will you think of me? Well, time will tell, and I wish you well. Oh, I wish you well. Too many times I've seen those ghosts before. Well, I've watched them dance around your bed, but I would give you all of my sleep-filled nights just to see you get some rest. But it's not my place. Try to fill that space, but I can wish you well. Oh, I wish you well. And in times like this, I tend to ponder on the things we'll miss, but we can always reminisce. And when you come back from the great beyond, with moonlight in your bed, well, I will meet you where that dark road ends. And it won't be long until we're there. And once again, We'll talk about way back when. Oh, but until then, well, I wish you well. Oh, I wish you well. And I wish you well. Oh, I wish you well. Oh, no. Yeah, and I wish you well. Oh, I wish you well. Thanks so much. Anybody here used to going to 1 o'clock concerts in the afternoon? Anybody? No? Not so much. Oh, one person. Nice.